Erica Chang, a substitute teacher here in DBHS, is a part of the younger generation who choose to immigrate in search of a better education. She goes on living the life of both a Taiwanese and American culture.
My name is Erica Chang. I come from Taiwan, in the southern part, Kaohsiung, and it's a great city. It's right next to the shore, so it has great seafood, and people right there is really just they're really open to foreign culture, and they're really helpful, in a way that people won't understand. And I lived in what we called 国仔. It's basically that a family who are in basically veterans. So when they have veteran family, they have veteran village. And once the village moved out, most people live into like a building where there's just all veterans. So the great thing about it is the community is really tight. You know everybody from each floor, each household, and all the grandparents of your friends know you. And even when I go back to Taiwan, sometimes all the people from the market will still know me, say, oh, you're a blah blah boss daughter, or you're blah blah boss granddaughter. So it was great fun to go back. It's a really close community, and doesn't matter how old you get, they should recognize you and they know you personally. Then I came here when I was about 13 or 14, so I started high school here in 9th grade. I completed high school, I went to college, and then I got my credentials, so I started teaching. And so that's why I'm subbing in for Mission in Diamondbar High School right now. If you were to ask me then, I'll probably say I don't want to go. I think, part of me is still saying like, well, I don't think, it's just that I don't think America, the idea of when you think about home, I still don't feel like this is exactly my home. I still feel like my homeland is in Taiwan. And that's how I feel like, a lot of immigrants probably will feel the same thing too. Even though they will, they do have a home here. When they think about, what you call nostalgia, when they think about nostalgia, they always look for like the very beginning when they started. So they are like, home food, homeland food, being Taiwanese food, or whichever country they come from. And I think that's how I feel. It's just that I still do feel Taiwan is my home. 我和我妹妹是因为爸妈 they bring us here, so we have really a lot of choice. And my parents, but mostly because my dad's families are all here. I mean, it's obviously that America has the best education institutions, and that's why most of the immigrants actually came here, especially the Asian communities. And I do believe that I've attended really good schools, and I really like the school system here rather than Taiwan, because in Taiwan, once you if you start the beginning elementary school year to up till high school, it's all preparing for like one exam and one exam only. You don't get to choose what you want. It's school tells you study it. We don't have the like choice of saying, oh, you want algebra, you want like math classes. Just basically they tell you to learn algebra, you learn algebra. It's not where it's super the level. Even some people some people may have advanced levels, but they're basically just stuck with their grade level until they finish the whole grade year. And now there are some students who are really struggling with math, but they cannot say, oh, I only want to stay in algebra because I didn't even learn algebra yet. They have to keep on moving, even though they are not completely ready. So I think that just education-wise, America offers a lot of freedom and a lot of choices. But obviously, freedom comes within responsibility. So once you come here, you also have to be responsible for what you're learning. And I think that's a lot of things that the parents don't realize. That when they actually come here, the children have a lot more freedom to choose what they want, but they didn't teach the student or the children enough responsibility that they know what to do with this freedom. So I think that being in Chinese system, then coming here, because I already learned that it's such a restricted system. Now I came here, I understand there's freedom, and now I have to be responsible what I have to choose and how I choose it, and then that's going to affect my life. And I think that's an opportunity that unless you actually experience some other country or other cultures, you will never understand what a freedom in America is like. Yeah. So I think that the freedom and the opportunities, education-wise, and wide door, basically all the opportunity and all the jobs starts here. So it's hard to find a lot of different job opportunities, especially for IT kind of jobs. America is the best place to do any IT jobs, basically. And if you have any intention to go ahead with the different career options, I think America is a great place to start. Even though people believe that there's economic depression and everything, but it is still a great place to start. I started school. We actually have a high school right next to across my house. The problem is because my English is not good enough. They basically told me like you can attend our school, but if you fail in our classes, we are not responsible for it. So they basically told me like you just have to transfer another school until your English is good enough. And when I actually went through the ESL program, I liked the school there better, so I didn't transfer back. So I mean, I loved where my school is. They're really welcoming, like the foreigners, whoever really need to learn English. But on the other hand, the school right next to my house is not exactly, welcoming as it is. Since most of my family is like, I do think I should keep Taiwanese culture, considering like I'm a Chinese teacher, and most of my family, when I go home, I still speaking Chinese. We still watch Taiwanese TV. We still talk to people in in Taiwan. Most of the food that we eat around is still like Taiwanese food. I do believe that a lot of things that we do, even right now, are still Taiwanese culture, even though I'm living in America. Some like a lot of like Taiwan 偶像剧, okay, so those like young people drama kind of, and some variety programs, 像 like 天才冲冲冲, 康熙来了. All these like famous Taiwanese people that most people know about. So I still watch those, and I also watch some China ones, so like 我是歌手. The most difficulty that I felt was basically not a lot, to be honest, because I'm those people who believe you can solve a problem, it's not a problem at all. Okay, so I believe that a lot of the things that you go through life is just basically another way to improve yourself. So I don't really think there's a difficulty adjusting. I mean, obviously language barrier was one of it, but as long as you attend school, I mean, people were happy to help out, and when you start making friends, the language barrier is no longer a problem. So I really can't think of any difficult. There are difficult times, but there wasn't really a difficulty that I can recall like off the top of my head. I always say that there's a difference between American idea of passionate and there's Taiwanese that kind of passionate and how you're loyal to your friends. So there's something I never experienced, that when I'm here, like the idea of friends. Like when I'm in Taiwan, I can just call a bunch of friends out. I don't have to worry about their schedule. They're willing to put out whatever they have. But if you're right here, most people have work. Like they like, I mean, my parents in Taiwan also have work. But when you ask like, I need a favor, or I need like I want to get together and just have fun time, they will basically be willing to drop everything and just have fun time. I mean, all the conflicts we still face are the same. Like go to school, there's you have to go to classes, you have friends, and you obviously have your class you like and your class you're struggling with. All these are still similar. What we go through with life is similar. And I think the difference is mostly just the culture, because I mean, I'm happy that I have two cultures that I can compare with, because then you learn about how to respect other people and then understand that sometimes difficulty arises not because who's right or who's wrong, it's because they're different. It's not believing that, because this is right, so that's why you should agree with me. It's more like, well, I know we're different, but because we have to make something work, that's to respect each other and make it work out. So I think that's some like similarity between cultures. I mean, to respect each other, it's across culture. Okay, so I think that's a similarity between the cultures, but I think the differences will most be like, there's just really small things, the languages, different things, and different customs that we have. I mean, the easiest part is probably just because our family are together, and when you have family together, it's really, everything becomes a bit easier, I believe.
Family is the strongest tie between people. It can help you out when things seem down. Immigration changes people. However, home is where the heart belongs.